So let's see my current most favorite 7 fragrances from House of Afnan. Why I like this house? Because most of their fragrances are long lasting, complement together, and a great value for the money. I really mean that. So without any further ado, I want to start by one of the top sellers at number 7 for me, 9 PM, which is inspired by Ultra Male from House of Jean Paul Gaultier, or Ultra Male. For me, it is like flatter version of that fragrance, but fair enough close, let's say. Lasts long, like 8 hours plus on my skin, with 2 hours of projection and sillage, average projection and sillage, and gets solid compliments, I have to say. But has a bit age factor to it. It leans a bit in the younger side. It is like a youthful, I wouldn't say juvenile, but yeah, close to that, a youthful type of fragrance in my opinion. Let's continue by one of the most underrated complementary fragrances from this house, which stands out for me and smells different compared to a ton of freshies. Hisoric Olmeda. For me, it is a heavy ambroxan based fragrance. If you are into ambroxan note, this is definitely a must try for you. Smells like woody and citrusy. I don't know it's going after which fragrance. It is not a clone to my nose, or let's say to my knowledge at least. It lasts on me like solid 8 hours plus in terms of longevity, 7 to 8 hours plus, with first hour and a half average projection and sillage. One of those, let's say, outstanding freshy fragrances for spring and summer. Number 5 is also one of those underrated fragrances from House of Afnan. It smells highly expensive. I really like it, although it is a dark fragrance, but I don't know, for whatever reason I prefer it for spring and summer. It is me, maybe I'm wrong, but I like it better. It shines better on my skin. I'm talking about Supremacy Noir, a dark, slightly incensey herbal fragrance, herbal mature fragrance. A bit peppery, spicy, herbal, dark, incensey, deep, like a deep forest. Smells woody extremely. I don't know it's going after which fragrance. Smells for me very outstanding. Herbal, green, woody, deep, mysterious, dressed up. Lasts on me like 7 to 8 hours plus max in terms of longevity, with first hour and a half average projection and sillage. Supremacy Noir. Number 4, another underrated fragrance, another deep, mysterious, dark fragrance from House of Afnan. I'm talking about Abstract Portrait. You know how much I love this one? This much. One of those absolute backup bottle worthy fragrances from House of Afnan. If you are into these type of daring, dark, mysterious fragrances, cheap fragrances that smell like $500, let's say, to this one. Smells like those mysterious, extremely dark, northern, depressed forests. Very woody, very mysterious, smoky, foggy, let's say, forest. So for me, it is very close to Enclave by Marc-Antoine Barrois. If you are into these type of fragrances, this is definitely a must-have and backup bottle worthy fragrance from House of Afnan. Smells very dressed up, mature, outstanding. I can get like 7 to 8 hours plus longevity with this one, with first hour and a half average projection and sillage. Another top seller from this house, which is in my opinion one of those must-have freshies in any man's collection. It is none other than Turathi Blue, one of the best alternatives of Bulgari Tiger. So if you don't know, if you're not familiar with this scent profile, Bulgari Tiger or this one, I would say it is a very unique citrusy fresh fragrance which has some sort of carbonated and fizzy vibe to it. It is ambroxan in the base, let's say, to this one. It is a woody and citrusy fragrance with a unique stance. Lasts only like 8 to 10 hours plus in terms of longevity, with 2 hours of solid projection and sillage. One of those compliment monsters from House of Afnan. What should I say? Another must-have, let's say, to this one, which got me ton of compliments. Supremacy Not Only Intense. Man, look at this. It is like, I don't want to spray it, will last forever here. Let's say citrusy, fresh opening, earthy, dense, woody, smoky, dry down. I would say it is something between Nishane's Hajewat and Creed Aventus, which leans closer to Nishane's Hajewat because of that mossy, earthy dry down. With this one, without no exaggeration, I get 12 hours plus solid longevity with 2-3 hours great projection and sillage, one of those Olsen round type of fragrances which I believe shines better in the spring and summer. And number one, let's say my current most favorite fragrance from House of Afnan is none other than Supremacy Collector's Edition. By the way, you asked me so much in the comments if we already have Supremacy Not Only Intense. Is it redundant to have this one as well? I would say it is like having Aventus and Absolute Aventus. But if you haven't smelled both of those fragrances, I would say maybe some will be disagree with this, but to my nose, it is like 60 to 70% max redundant. They share similarities, but yeah, there is some differences like 30%. So it is like this one is fresher, not as earthy or as smoky as this one, is more rounded, more playful, a bit sweeter, but they share like 60-70% similarities also. With that dry down, especially in the opening they are a bit more different, but in the dry down they are closer, so I can get same amount of compliments with both of these fragrances. Not Only Intense is a bit pushes better, a bit stronger compared to this one, but this is also a beast mode fragrance. But yeah, you know what I mean, that one is a bit stronger compared to this one. I can get with this one also 12 hours plus solid longevity with 2-3 hours of very great projection and sillage. Take care, guys.